New science just revealed something pretty incredible. Simply picking up your walking pace might do more for your erections than you ever imagined. Hi, I'm Dr. Max, urologist and men's health expert. And today, we're diving into some fascinating new research that shows how one simple change to your daily walk could dramatically reduce your risk of erectile dysfunction. We're talking up to 76% lower risk just from changing how you walk. This isn't hype, it's data. And the best part? You can start today. Let's start with the basics. Erectile dysfunction is, at its core, often a blood flow issue. Your penis relies on healthy arteries to deliver blood quickly and efficiently. If those arteries are stiff, narrow, or inflamed like they often become with age, inactivity, or poor lifestyle, then erections become weaker, less reliable, or disappear entirely. That's why ED is often considered an early warning sign for heart disease. In fact, for many men, erectile issues show up before other symptoms like chest pain or shortness of breath. Now here's where walking comes in. Not just any walking, but walking at a brisk pace. When you walk fast, you're doing more than just moving your legs. You're pushing your heart rate higher, challenging your cardiovascular system, and improving your blood vessel elasticity. That's key. Brisk walking increases something called endothelial function. That's the ability of your blood vessels to expand and contract properly. It helps them stay smooth, responsive, and capable of delivering blood where it needs to go, including to your penis. That's likely one of the big reasons faster walking was associated with such a massive reduction in ED risk. We're not talking about a small improvement here. A 76% drop in risk from walking just 1 mile per hour faster is a game changer. That's the kind of result you normally see in pharmaceutical trials, not in something as basic as walking. But the study didn't stop at just looking at behavior. By using genetic data, they could isolate walking speed as a factor more confidently. Mendelian randomization, think of it as nature's version of a randomized trial, let the researchers separate out lifestyle noise like diet, income, or motivation. They weren't just studying guys who chose to walk faster. They were looking at men who were genetically inclined to move at a brisker pace and found that even at the genetic level, walking speed was tied to better erectile function. So, what does this mean for you? It means that if you're already walking every day, that's great, but if you're doing it at a casual, slow pace, you might not be getting the full benefit. This research suggests it's not about walking longer or more often, it's about how you walk. A stroll through the park is good for your mind, but a brisk walk, one that gets your heart pumping, is better for your erections. When you walk at over 4 miles per hour, you're entering that cardiovascular training zone. You're working your heart and arteries in a way that conditions them to stay strong and flexible. Over time, that can translate into better endothelial function, better nitric oxide production, which is critical for erections and lower levels of inflammation. Think of your walk as a workout, not a wonder. This isn't just about getting steps in. It's about how you take those steps. Speed, purpose, intensity, those are what turn a casual stroll into a tool for real health transformation. And here's what makes this strategy so powerful. You don't need fancy gear. No treadmill, no personal trainer, no monthly subscription. Just your own 2 feet and the commitment to push the pace. Whether it's on your lunch break, walking the dog, or parking a little farther from the store, every opportunity to walk faster becomes a chance to invest in your health. Time isn't an excuse either. You don't need to clear out an hour or hit some insane step goal. Just 10 to 15 minutes at a brisk, intentional pace can start unlocking benefits for your circulation, your cardiovascular system, your hormones, and yes, your erections. This is one of the rare times in health science when the advice is simple, actionable, and free, and the results are big. A faster walking pace has been linked to lower risk of erectile dysfunction, improved vascular function, and better heart health. You're hitting multiple major health goals with one move. So here's the real takeaway. Don't just walk, walk with purpose. Feel your body move. Breathe deeper. Notice your heart working. That's the feeling of change happening. Because the truth is, how you walk is a reflection of how you're showing up for your health. Fast, focused movement signals energy, strength, and intention. It sends a message to your body that you're engaged, you're capable, and you're not settling for slow decline. And the best part? That energy doesn't stay on the sidewalk. It shows up in the bedroom too. This is what the science is telling us. Faster walks, stronger hearts, better sex. Real results from something as basic as walking like you mean it. So, what does this all mean for you, really? If you're already someone who walks regularly, that's great. You've already got a solid foundation. But if your pace is more of a casual stroll, the kind where you're barely breaking a sweat, you might not be getting the full benefit for your sexual health. And that's what this research is pointing to. It's not just about doing the activity. It's about how you do it. The intensity matters. A leisurely walk might be good for clearing your head, but it's that brisk, purposeful pace that really wakes up your cardiovascular system. Think of it like flipping a switch. That faster pace turns your walk from something passive into something powerful. It's like upgrading your body software, and your erections are one of the first areas to feel the difference. Now, if you're someone who hasn't been walking regularly, maybe work, life, or motivation has gotten in the way, this is probably the easiest, most accessible place to start taking control of your health. You don't need to join a gym. You don't need to buy fancy equipment or plan complicated workouts. All you need is 10 minutes, some comfortable shoes, and the decision to walk with a bit more purpose. And yes, let's be clear, this study has its limitations. The participants were primarily of European descent because the genetic databases used came from European populations. That means we can't say for sure yet whether these exact findings applied to all ethnic groups. More research is needed. That's just honest science. Also, while the researchers did a great job accounting for confounding variables like smoking, obesity, and diabetes, there's always a possibility that other lifestyle factors might have influenced the outcomes. So we shouldn't take this as the final word. But we can say the link is compelling, and it lines up with everything we already know about how cardiovascular exercise supports sexual health. And this is an important mindset shift for a lot of men. Erectile dysfunction isn't just a bedroom issue. It's often a cardiovascular warning light. Your erections are like the check engine light on your car. They can signal underlying problems in your arteries and circulation long before other symptoms appear. And ignoring them doesn't make the issue go away. It just delays the wake-up call until it's louder and harder to reverse. So here's the practical advice, plain and simple. Next time you go for a walk, aim to hit a pace of over 4 miles per hour. If you're not sure how fast that is, use a smartwatch, fitness tracker, or even your phone. Or go by feel. Your breathing should deepen, your heart rate should rise, and your legs should be working, not just cruising. You're moving with intention. You're not jogging, but you're also not out for a sightseeing tour. Try to do this for at least 10 minutes at a time. Aim for most days of the week. Don't stress about hitting perfection on day one. The key is consistency. As you do this more often, your stamina will improve. Your cardiovascular system will strengthen. Your hormone balance may stabilize. And yes, your erectile function could get better without ever stepping into a pharmacy. This is the kind of science that matters. It's simple. It's accessible. It costs nothing. And the return on investment is massive. So when this video wraps up, don't just close the tab and move on. Put the science into action. Get up, get moving, and take that first brisk walk. Because small steps, when taken with intention, can lead to big changes in your health, your confidence, and your quality of life. If this helped you see your daily walk in a whole new light, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment down below. I want to hear from you. Are you already a daily walker? And now that you know the science, will you push your pace? I read every comment, and yes, I do answer your questions. This channel is here to help you take charge of your health with tools that actually fit your life. Thanks for watching. Keep moving forward, stay sharp, stay strong, and I'll catch you in the next one.